Okay, I think it's gonna work. That was the randomest thing. Hello, my name is Michelle and I'm a mom of 12 kids and 1 baby infant. That makes 13 total. I have 9 boys, 4 girls. And I come on here every day between 6:30 and 7. That might change, but for now it works. And yeah, take 2. But it works now, and I like to come on here and offer support, encouragement, hope, love, friendship to women and even men who need it. That way we can uplift each other and be there for each other. That's what I really enjoy doing. I also like to make videos that let you get a peek into the life of someone who has 13 kids and is still happy, functioning, hasn't lost all of her marbles yet. Notice I said all. Apparently I've lost a few. And who just looks at life in a different way than maybe you would think. Because I am not Mrs. Duggar. Her house is probably running a lot different than mine is. But we still got a good thing going here. And we don't have the same secrets to hide that they do. Sure, we have some secrets, but they're not like those. A little different. So anyways, here's my lovely teacup tonight I'm introducing to you, and I'm so excited about it. I love the yellow roses, that they symbolize friendship, which is what we're all about tonight. This is not a marked tea set. It's actually an unmarked tea set. It has this gold leafing around the edge, which is gorgeous, but it also has a different element to it that you don't see very often, and that is something you might not be able to see. Well, you might be able to see it a little bit. It's iridescent all in here. It's like a pearlized or an opalescent undertone here with the roses on top. So with that gold leafing and that, it's just so gorgeous. It's also on the cup as well as on the inside of the cup. So that iridescent shines through and it's so beautiful. I love yellow roses too, Joanna. I especially love the way they smell. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. Oh no. The one that happened before, or was there a recent one, Alana? She said they had a minute for the Christchurch terrorist attack, and I think I remember that was a while back, right? And that you're just acknowledging that a week ago today. Oh my gosh. A moment of silence is definitely in order for that. You know, every morning when we start our homeschool, we start off with a morning opening, and our morning opening includes saying the Pledge of Allegiance, 30 seconds of silence followed by a prayer. Those 30 seconds of silence, I try to make the kids aware of things that have happened in the world that might need prayers. And on Instagram, I follow Operation Underground Railroad, or OUR, because they let you know when they found kids that are being sex trafficked, and how many people they've arrested, and how many kids they've rescued and that are going to rehab. And I really just my heart is with them. I donate only $25 a month. That's what I have right now. I know I always said if I ever make it big on YouTube, which is more of a joke because I don't know that will happen. But I would love to donate so much more to that organization. But anytime I hear something like that, I love to share that. Today was a little bit different. We did 30 seconds of silence for World Down Syndrome Awareness Day. And one of the things, if you follow me on Facebook or YouTube, then you know that it's Crazy Sock Day. And I'll show you mine that I'm sporting. I'll just flash them to you. If you saw my Instagram post, then you already know. But there's those socks that I'm sporting today. I don't have long socks right now. We just don't do a lot of socks here in Vegas. But yeah, that's what I'm doing for my Crazy Sock Day, and it goes especially well with the camouflage, don't you think? But it's fun to do it, and it just constantly reminds me of how important it is to make people aware of Down syndrome, especially because, you know, 1 in 700 babies are born with Down syndrome now. So that's a huge ordeal. That's like not a joke. And then to think of all the people who don't think that little babies are worth having that have Down syndrome, it just breaks my heart. Like, especially because that position was offered to me as a mother expecting a Down syndrome baby or baby with Down syndrome when I didn't know she was going to have that until later. And so they offered to abort the child for me, and that it would be much more difficult than I wanted. And to have so many negative comments and ideas about it. And then when that little baby came, and I wondered, will it be different? Will I love her differently? Will my connection be differently with her? And in fact, it's stronger almost, you know, because you feel more protective and more guardianship and more care in a way that you never felt before, because you're wondering at every moment, is she going to stop breathing? I mean, you do that with your regular babies, but with this one, especially with her heart problem, because there's different signs you look for. So it's been really crazy. So without further ado, I will show you my Miss Millie, my little Down syndrome gift from God. She is such a blessing, and she is the sweetest baby. She may, oh look, she's way sleeping. She loves to sleep. Today she said enough of the lights. I had to turn the lights on for the filming right now. But she likes to bury her head. She does that on my chest. She does that in my arm. She does. She's a sweet little bundle. Look at her, just all bundled up right there. She sleeps so good on my bed. We actually took a nap not too long ago. And it's okay, Chrissy. It's for then you can do your dishes and have company, because it's way more fun to do it that way. Thank you. Sorry she can't give you a better view, Gretchen. But maybe by the end I'll go peek on her again and we'll check on how she's doing. But she and I just took a nap a little while ago before dinner, and it was lovely. She just sleeps on my arm and I just snuggle with her. Oh, it's so lovely. It's my favorite. And I've done that with all my babies, but I get to do it with Millie too, and she's no different. I haven't felt anything different than her, except I've had to go to the doctor more, because I rarely take my other kids to the doctor. They go to the pediatrician once and then not until they're sick, so there's no reason to go see them all the time. And she's had more visits, but big deal, right? Not the worst thing in the world. So let's say hello to all my friends. Joe's here and Alana's here. And I'm glad you made it. And Christy's here. And Gretchen's here. Gretchen says that she had a friend whose son has Down syndrome. We used to work together, and all the nurses would wear their crazy socks and take pictures. Awesome. Yeah, if you wear crazy socks, even if you do it late today, make sure that you put hashtag rock those socks. I think that's what it is. I posted it on my Instagram. And then Jessie Flowers is here from Texas. Oh no, don't worry, it's Pacific Standard Time. So that makes it so that it's more evening time for you guys. Yay, I'm so glad, Christy. I was hoping there would be somebody that would do that for me, and that's where this kind of came about, because it's kind of fun to have someone to hang out with while you do your dishes, and especially if it's a real conversation, right? It's hard to keep pushing the button on your phone when your hands are wet, so this kind of takes place of that. And if I can help you clean your kitchen, then it's almost like I was there helping you, and that makes me feel so good. Because I love to do that. You can ask people, you know, one thing that we have in our church is visiting teachers. Like I said, you know, you have a Relief Society president who's over all the women in your area. And it doesn't have to be a very big area. It's just like, I don't know, 300-500 women. But every woman is assigned 2 women to look after. And one thing I always do is I would go, and if they needed their table wiped down, I would wipe down their table, and then we'd sit and visit. Or at the end of the visit, I would do that, find out what I could do to help. Or I would wash the dishes or something like that. And it's so funny because I have such a hard time washing dishes now. Go figure, right? But I used to always do that, and I just, I don't even do hardly anything like that anymore. It just is a lot of time away from the kids. But yeah, so today I started the day off and got my routines done. My routines are back and forth all the time depending on when Millie decides to wake up. She generally wakes up when I wake up, so it makes it more complicated. I can't get a few things done because she wakes up right when I'm right there. So it's tricky because I want to pump before she gets up, but she doesn't always let me. And I had to take my son for his doctor's appointment because I have a couple of kids that have severe allergies. He's like allergic to everything in the atmosphere, all kinds of trees and whatever. And we got his cream and stuff for his allergy because it's starting to get allergy season. He gets itchy everywhere. So we give him that allergy cream, and that is really helpful. He also got a shot in his booty because he was starting to feel some tonsillitis coming on. He took ibuprofen, and I had him gargle with hydrogen peroxide, and he could feel a big difference, but they gave him a shot just in case he was going to get some nasty bacteria. So that's where we went with that. And then I'm supposed to go over the bills. I was supposed to already be done with the bills. I haven't even been through my inch of paper this week, period. And I feel so lame for it. I'm supposed to already be done with that. And Fly Lady Cat always says, your should-haves, you know, quit shouldn't yourself. And I'm just like, oh, but I really should have. So it's kind of hard to go with that. But I think a lot of it stems from, you know, I'm getting enough sleep. I'm almost even getting 8 hours of sleep. But I think I'm missing that REM cycle that makes you feel rested, at least one of them, because I wake up kind of groggy and yeah, right, Gretchen? Paper grows so fast. But I've been feeling kind of groggy and just exhausted. And I'm so glad that I have my routines in place and that I'm actually able to do them out of habit for the most part. I mean, skipping the paper, but that's because it seems never ending, right? Whatever my excuse is, there's plenty of them, but I still at least am getting laundry done and things like that. But those routines are just saving me so that my house isn't falling apart. You know, that I have one son who vacuums downstairs every day. I have one son who sweeps the kitchen every day. I have 2 boys that take out the trashes. The twins take out the bedroom and bathroom trashes. The tweens take out the kitchen trashes because we have 2 of them in the kitchen, one on both sides of the island. And then the dusting is taken care of when the housekeepers come. And then I take care of making sure bedding's washed and all the laundry's done, as well as making the bed, right? But the kids make their own beds. I just make sure that they strip the sheets so that I can wash them on their day of laundry. And anybody who's 10 and up does their own laundry. So those systems in place, I have to be delegating and making sure I'm on top of it all the time. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And I also, my favorite laundry tip that I ever do is that, you know, I knew I needed to get 3 loads of laundry done, and I hated when I would end up having laundry clear past 5 o'clock in the evening. And I'm like, I don't want to put this laundry away at this time of day. I'm getting ready to do dinner and all this stuff. I didn't want to have to follow up with it, but it was really important to finish that so you don't end up with laundry in the washer or laundry for too long in the dryer. So I just started setting a timer on my phone, and every hour I just click 1 hour. It gives it ample time to finish the load and ample time for the dryer stuff to dry. And so I just click that and then do another hour, do another hour, do another hour. That way I have 3 loads done every day by noon, and it's fabulous because it's always put away right after lunch. And then I don't have to worry about the laundry. And then I'm only doing laundry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, rarely on the weekend. So it's really great. Heather's here. Caitlin's here. Aw, so good to see you. But just being in autopilot mode is saving me. Even though I feel like a zombie and I'm not getting all the rest I need, I'm at least moving forward. I'm swimming, you know, like Dory always says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And I've used that mantra many times in my life when I'm, you know, trying not to sink or drown. So it's kind of crazy. But, you know, things that are weighing on my mind and that are kind of stressful are like, you know, I really want my baby to be able to gain weight. And I don't always I don't always get as many feedings as I want for her. Like I'll do really good for a couple days, and then one day we'll accidentally sleep for 6 hours in the night, and she doesn't even complain. And so I have to really just wake her up and make sure she eats, and it's really a good thing. But you know, my goal is to get her to 8 pounds. I really want her to be at 8 pounds, and she's at 7:15, so we're real close. But that's normal, you know, that after the baby loses some weight and then gains some weight, by their second week, they're supposed to be back to their birth weight. And then they gain about an ounce a day after that. She's done okay. Babies with Down syndrome are less than that. They don't quite follow that norm chart. So she's right where she needs to be as far as that goes. But I really just want to be able to make sure that she gets the nutrition she needs. Hi, Brandy. Thanks for slamming him, Joe. You were so tired last night. You were sleepy by 10:30. I'm sleepy every day by 10:30, Heather. 10 o'clock is my bedtime, so if I'm up later than that, I'm in trouble. Hi, Rachel. You know what? I don't have a large washer or dryer because I have a very small laundry room. It is actually the between my kitchen and my garage. And that breezeway has the washer and the dryer. And so we just got a regular model because I really wanted to put, because when we bought the house, it just had a wire rack. And we put in a cabinet, and it's a triple or quadruple cabinet. And I keep the laundry soap and whatever in there, but I just like the way it looks. And if I had a bigger washer, it would just come right up to the cabinet. And another thing is that I don't like front loaders with little kids. I know some people, like if you have the room, you could put them on the stand so that they're up high enough, but mine aren't able to do that. And so, and so I end up having the top loader. The dryer could be in the front, but I have the top loader washer because I don't want my kids pushing the buttons. And little kids tend to do that. They'll turn the dials, they'll push the buttons. So for me, it's smarter. I mean, it's an extra large capacity, 8 towel washing machine. So I'm able to put, I'm able to put all the laundry I need, and I don't have more than 8 towels dirty at a time anyway, so it works out for me. Let's see. My tea tonight, you did miss it because I didn't say it, so you didn't miss it. But I did say that my iridescent cup is one of a kind. You can almost see the opalescent. It's kind of fun. But I put my usual, my mother's milk from Traditional Medicinals, and my red raspberry tea. Surprise, surprise. But I didn't do peppermint today. I added a little bit of honey. And it's kind of a nice change up because I haven't been to the store yet to get the creams that I want to put in it. So, ooh, it's cooling down fast in this cup. Hello, Marie, you made it. Hi, Tuesday. She called. That was where the glitch was on the phone. She probably just realized I was on live. Yeah, weather problems would be horrible. And good job for getting clutter out. Man, I love the idea of just doing a little bit of clutter every day. Whatever's bugging you, get rid of some of it, right? So like I said, some days I do really, really good, and some days not so good. And I sometimes feel overwhelmed, and I just kind of take a step back, and I am more mindful of things. I try to stay present, and then I feel so much better. So today I just quit beating myself up and just figured, hey, just do what you can, and that works out. So if you wore crazy socks today, be sure to post them and tag me in them so I can see them. That'll make me really excited. And if not this year, then next year you'll be better prepared. And also there's Down Syndrome Awareness Month. I think it's in October. I better find out about that. Because you never know, right? But yeah, so that's what's going on. Oh no, Heather, your husband has a man cold? Yikes. Man colds are worse than kid colds because kids like are good with it. We work through them, but the hubbies don't usually. Hi, Rod. We got 3 moderators on here. I shouldn't have to tag any. Yeah, that's too bad. Anyways, that's good. Well, do you have any comments or questions or anything else besides what we're talking about? Hi, Jesse. Oh, on Instagram, just tag Love Millie Rose, and it'll show up for her. And then you can also tag me at gotkids_ keep it real. And you can even follow me on Instagram at gotkids_ keep it real. That way you could get notifications and see more pictures of Millie. And you can see my crazy socks and stuff like that. Right? So on Instagram, you just put the hashtag and then you type in, like if you typed in Love Millie, and then one will come up that says Love Millie Rose, and that one you'll see her little picture in the window. It's kind of a pinkish hue, and you can click on that one and it will tag her, and then it will show up on my wall. So on my daughter's wall anyway, but I can't consider that mine since I'm managing it, so blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right? You follow both. Wonderful, so that'll be easy. It'll be easy for you to tag it. If not, I'll try to tag it from my end, and I'll look. Did you wear crazy socks today, Gretchen? I don't know if my husband remembered to. Rod, did you remember to wear mismatched socks, or did you forget? And I know that Joe did. If you haven't seen hers, Joanna wore the Cheshire Cat socks, the stripes, which she tagged on my Facebook wall. And then she did the, what was the other one? The chickadee Easter sock. So cute. So cute. And Rod did wear 2 different socks. He doesn't have a lot of different colored socks. He has black socks and he has white socks. But he has really long black socks and really long white socks, really short black socks, really short white socks. So he wore 1 long black and 1 short and 1 long white, if I'm not mistaken, because that's what he said he was going to do last night. So, and Joanna's are so cute. I just love it. You want that poor baby and a cup of soup? Maybe we should just baby him. How do you like that? Yeah, it's cute. You guys are killing me with the colds. Alert, alert, man on board. Man on board. He's hearing it. Do you have any other questions or comments or concerns that I might be able to help with tonight? I do know that my husband's been learning, you know, I told him for years about the vitamin C trick. If you get the vitamin C with rose hips, I'll post that in the link description below tonight. I think I did it yesterday too. But Susan's husband's not sick, but he's snoring. Oh yeah, my kids are off of school tomorrow, not today, thankfully. But we still have homeschool, so we may or may not take tomorrow off. I haven't decided. I'll probably take it off and just sleep all day and let them just do a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, they do take good care of themselves. So anyways, thank you for reminding me, Rachel. The vitamin C trick. So I buy vitamin C, right? And I get it with rose hips. I just get it from Walmart for $3 or $4, or I buy the double pack for $5. It has little tiny tablets. I don't get the long ones because they're more difficult to swallow, but they're kind of round like this, and they're sour as heck. And what I do is if you feel wore down, if you feel stressed, if you feel, if you just feel like something's coming on, or you've been around someone who's sick, you take 3,000 to 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C. So that might mean you're taking 8 or 10 of those little pellets that I'm talking about taking, but it knocks it out. And my husband was feeling under the weather, and I told him, do the vitamin C, and he's like, yeah, whatever. And he said, all right, fine, I'll try it. And he did, and sure enough, he woke up the next day, and he felt great, and he didn't feel sick anymore. And then he felt the sickness coming on again. Our son was sick with tonsillitis. He wasn't taking the vitamin C. My husband felt like he was going to come down with it. So he took the 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and voila. In the morning, he felt fabulous. I mean, I would take a multivitamin and a B stress complex, as well as the 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C, just to make sure that I am right where I need to be. But it knocks it out every time. Oh, good. Yes. CK says that she's so glad that I told her about taking the vitamins with the vitamin D because she feels so much better. Because I recommend vitamin D with cod liver oil, and it makes such a difference for me. Sonia's here. Hi, I'm so glad you made it. That's awesome. Joe wasn't feeling good. I missed that. You know what? It could be adrenal. I have had adrenal fatigue, but I'll start getting into my routine. It's just I'm already taking so much stuff and I'm missing stuff. But I really do think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I have to get up at 2, I go to bed at like 10. If I'm not asleep by midnight, I get up at midnight and pump anyways. I get up at 2 and have to pump. 2 or 3, then I get up at 5 and pump, and then I get up at 7 and pump. Like every 2 hours I'm pumping to make sure she gets those 2 ounces, 2 ounces, 2 ounces, 2 ounces. And then in there I'm giving her 3 or 4 bottles a day, maybe even 5 if I can get her to stay awake long enough to have one. And eventually we won't have to do as much. Yeah, Rod said the vitamin C trick worked twice for him. He's just a slow learner, but I've been telling him to do it for years, but he never listened before. But he finally listened this time. And because of it, he's not sick. And I think that's just a healthier attitude. I think sometimes we get in a mindset where we want to be sick, you know? Like we're addicted to pain or we're addicted to being sick. And I don't want to be sick because when I'm sick and I'm down, I can't help anybody. And that makes me feel like a loser. And then I'm beat up for a couple of days and I'm behind on everything, and I don't like that, especially if it's wiped out to the point where you don't want to get out of bed, right? So taking care of ourselves is a very mental and healthy lifestyle and mindset change so that you actually get on a path where you're like, wait, I'm noticing I'm wearing myself down. See, he was working a ton. It wouldn't hurt him to take the B complex as well as the men's multiple vitamin, as well as all the other stuff we're talking about, the vitamin C and the vitamin D, AD complex. But it's wonderful because when you have that change of mind that you want to be healthy, you don't want to be sick, you want to eat healthier, then you take those things that make you feel better and voila, you're healthy and you pass the sick season, and we don't get the flu, we don't get the cold, we don't get the allergies, we just don't get all that crap. And you feel so much better and you're just feeling like Wonder Woman and you can do anything because you're not sick. Migraines could be stress related. They could also be dehydration. You know, my husband's a firefighter, and that's what they say, that the #1 sign of dehydration is your headache. And if you have a headache, the first thing they do is start having you get hydrated, because that is what happens, especially in the winter season, you know, and you're moving, Heather, and you're working, and you're not taking the time to take care of yourself probably, and I'm sure you're missing out on water. But take that B stress. I mean, think about it. You're moving, you're packing, you're under the crunch. You have a husband that's not 100% entirely supportive. You're dealing with kids and school and their home, and you're trying to take care of all this. Would that warrant a little bit of stress? Absolutely. Would that give you a headache? Absolutely. Drink your water. Take your vitamin C, 5,000 milligrams, especially right now. You could do that up to 3 times a day. Take your B stress, your multiple, and a A and D complex, like the cod liver oil, because that'll just make it to where you can take the edge off, you feel fabulous, and you're good to go. And while you're at it, take a Lobelia and Cayenne pepper every night before you go to bed, and you will just feel like a new woman. I'm telling you that. I promise you. Try it. You will be amazed. And just make sure all your bases are covered. Yes, it's like a spoonful of sugar. Any secrets for breaking up cellulite? Why we're starting keto? It looks like it's getting worse before it gets better. It does get worse before it gets better because it has to soften. You have to break up all those hard clusters and it has to soften, CK. But another thing that could speed up your fat process is by fasting. Have longer windows of non-eating time. Like I said, I don't eat till about 11 in the morning. And then I don't eat past 6 at night, sometimes 7 at the latest. That gives me a lot of hours to digest food. And it also gives me a lot of hours without food. So if you can even go to 1 meal a day, a couple days a week, you will notice a significant difference in a hurry. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything else. Just a bunch of sweet things. Aw, honey. My honey says, I can't live without her. It's about time he realized that. Yeah, he's at work today. And I didn't tell him I was getting on. Yes, you do need to try that Lobelia and Cayenne. And I made it real easy for you yesterday. And I'll probably copy and paste those same ones and put it on today. I put all of those herbs on yesterday's video, if we talked about it yesterday. Like in the last 2 or 3 videos that we've done. I clicked all of them and put them on there for you to make it easy. You just click on the link, order it, done. It'll be right at your house in 2 or 3 days, and you'll be well before you know it. Yeah, definitely. Chiropractors can help with that. But usually find out why it keeps happening. I mean, yeah, obviously you could be backed up or have some stress in your shoulders. Don't listen to that. I'm sorry. I don't know why they tell you that. It's just because some people are goofy and don't know what they're doing, and I'm telling you the safe way to do it. And why would you not want to take it if it takes all the cramps away, it takes all of the contractions away? I'm telling you, I've taken it with all my kids, every one of them, and it is amazing. And you will feel so much better. And I give it to my girls in labor. And I know midwives that do it still recommend it highly. You just don't go crazy. Don't take 5 Lobelia on their own without a chaser. You've got to have a chaser with it. That's where the cayenne pepper comes in. And I have doctors' opinions. I have midwives' opinions. I have other women who have tried its opinions. I have adults' opinions. I have sick people's opinions. But you know what? If you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's okay. I'm just telling you, you're missing out. That's all. And it will lessen your contractions. But will the contractions still be nice and strong? It doesn't matter if they're nice and strong. They will still be working. It will not stop your contractions. It will relax you so you can endure the contractions. That's how I did that video. And you see me going clear to an 8 before I even really start feeling them. But I'm still contracting. I'm still laboring. The only hang up I had was that my baby had a short cord. And so when she came out, she had to come out fast with a vengeance, because once she came out, that placenta ripped right out of the wall, because the cord wasn't long enough for her to get out of the womb and go faster in dilation. And that was a totally different problem. And I've never had that with any of my other kids. That was her problem alone. So that cord, she couldn't do anything about that. But she got out and she did it hurry and she did it safe. Yeah, I bet, Joe. Yeah, that's right, you did. And that's why it went like that. But don't worry, if it's too much, don't worry about it, Rachel. You know, if you're too concerned. But what would it hurt to try one and see? Just see how it makes you feel. Like once I took my the Lobelia, I was just having when I first started trying it, I was having back pain. It wasn't even during labor. It was just while I was pregnant. I couldn't sleep. I was waking up tired. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try this Lobelia cayenne pepper that I usually do when I'm sick, because I know it can relax me. And I went ahead and I took the one lobelia, the one cayenne pepper, just to see what it would do, to see if I would feel any different. And I'll tell you what, it alleviated all my back pain, and I slept like a baby. And it was worth it just for the last couple of weeks of pregnancy alone. That's why I recommend it. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'll post that. If you sent the link to that, that'd be awesome. Because CK's the one who brought me the magnesium flakes, because I didn't realize I could do it in flakes. And dude, that has changed my life. That got rid of that depression. Pooh, gone. Just takes the edge off. And then I noticed I could put it in more than one of my bottles of water. So I've kind of upped the volume, like the amount of flakes I put in my water. That's been really great. You carry your stress in your shoulders. It will knock that out. I promise you, it will. It's awesome. You have problems with your nerves getting pinched and skull shifting, that's awesome. Do that with Lobelia and you feel amazing. I can't say enough good about it. I really can't. I wonder if I have my book handy. I'll have to pull out, I'll find the journal where it talks about it clear back in the day, like in the pioneer days, and I'll read to you from that book and you will just be so amazed. So yeah. So that's a lot about, oh yeah, magnesium flakes. You get them at, I got them from my friend who got them from Sprouts. So you want to make sure that you get some. And I think you can get them online, but she's going to send me the link and I'll post it on our description tonight. Exactly. You betcha, Rachel. So does that make sense, Joanna? You can just come back and check that link and I will just post those for you. All right. Oh, good. So then I will definitely post that and that'll make it easier for you. Yes, they are on the last video, but I'm also going to post them on today's video. If I talk about it for more than just 5 seconds, I'm going to post the link just to help make your life easier. I remember I drink my big water bottle, right? I have that big water bottle I drink every day, several of those. And I just drop 2, 3, 4 flakes in it and good to go. And it dissolves immediately. You can't taste it. I don't put too many in because then you will start to taste it a little bit. But 2 or 3, I never taste that. And then if I'm drinking a lot of water, you need to kind of put the magnesium in because you're losing so much. You've got to build the electrolytes up, right? Because you're going to lose a lot of them when you're urinating a lot and it's passing through your body. So, oh yeah, I totally would do the Lobelia. It will take care of all of those things. It's amazing. Like I said, it's like clear water to a muddy stream. And it has supernatural powers all of its own. And it will find what's wrong in your body and it will heal it. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And I've tried it for all sorts of things and it really does work. CK's going to try the Lobelia and Cayenne tonight for the shoulder that's been killing you for 6 months. Well, don't be sold till you try it and come back and tell us tomorrow how you slept. How about that? It's not that you mix them with water. I just drop them in with my water and it's gone. Like by the time it makes it to the bottom of the jug, it's gone. But you could put it in a cup of water, whatever. I used to add it to my lemon water. When I first started doing it, I would squeeze my fresh lemon into the ice and then I would add my water to it and I would drop a couple magnesium in that because I sometimes will do a little granule of pink salt because that's good too for your electrolytes. So I just do all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah, I bet it does, Rachel. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, any inflammation, Lobelia will help you with that. So yeah, Brandy, come back and I'll post that link because CK is going to send that link to me because I didn't know what brand she brought it. She brought me it in a jar because she had a big old bag of it or whatever, and she just gave me some to try it. And I'm like, girl, what do I buy? Because I need to get some more of that. I love it. It's changed my life. I had my daughter take some, I had my other daughter take some, and I'm just like, try it. Good. Try it. It's easy. You're going to wonder why you didn't try it sooner. It's easy. I need to ask Kat how that went for Mr. B because I know he was going to start taking Lobelia and cayenne pepper. He was waiting for it to get in the mail, so I need to find out how he liked it. They haven't told me yet, so I need to find out. Yeah, he was so excited. He told me about it. Well, we're getting close to our mark. My tea's just about gone. I've had a lovely time visiting with everyone. I think we're gonna go check on Miss Millie before I say goodbye. That way you could see her. I love the idea of showing her before and after. That way, if you got here late, you still get to see the princess who's sleeping as usual. She sleeps so well. Look at that peaceful soul. Me too. Look at that little face. Does she look tired to you? Put her hand back. So that's Miss Millie in her little jammies. It's so awesome. Oh, Daddy, look at her. She's moving her head too. What is she doing? I'm just watching her, make sure I think she wants to turn to the side. Let me tuck her arm. She does all of that little face stuff. Aw. So there you go. I'm sorry you had to see my trash can. She is so sweet. I just love her. And she's a cuddle bug. Last night we were laying in the bed, my husband and I had laid Miss Millie down in my chest area, usually right over my heart. And she like pushed herself up a little and laid her head down. And then she pushed herself up a little higher and then laid her head down. And then she pushed her head up till she was clearing my throat. And once she got here, then she slept. And I was just like, she's so silly. Oh, yeah, he likes that. She's a sweetheart. It just makes it fun. It was fun to visit with you guys. Thank you so much for being here and enjoying my cup of tea with me. I didn't hear what anybody else was drinking, but I imagine the same old, same old. Definitely you can put that in real quick. Aw, thanks. You bet, Christy. I love when I get my 2 cents worth. You know, I spend all these times in years studying and trying to make sure that I understand all this stuff, and I'm able to, you know, pass this information on to you that's tried and true, and I won't waste your time with things that I've tried that didn't necessarily work or stick. That's one reason why I'm careful what I promote on this channel, because if I'm not trying it, using it, and it's not working for me today, I'm not going to pass it on. I may say, you know, it's something I tried, I didn't really stick with it. That I can't really pass on and testify about, right? But I can the things that I do know, and I will tell you them, and they are tried and true, and I'm still using them today after all these years with no ill effects. So there you go. And that makes it really fun. So I love it when, you know, if you have an extra dollar, throw it down and just say thank you for sharing your information. And Chrissy is so cute. She said, thanks for keeping me company while I wash the dishes. It's all good. It's just really fun. Thank you all for being here. It's been so wonderful. And tonight I'm going to add another trash can in the kitchen. You never thought of that before. Yeah, I have one on the side of the island that's near the sink, and then one that's over on the side of the pantry, because that's where we do the toaster and the fridge stuff and the packaging. So it works really good for me. And that works out good. And then, thank you so much. I really do feel appreciated. You're awesome. Thank you, Christy. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, awesome ladies. Keep going. And stay strong, keep swimming, don't give up, and we'll stick in this together. And be sure to tag me if you wear some crazy socks, all right? Good night. Check the description box below. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, especially if you're an early morning riser and watch these videos the next day. Take care. Bye-bye.